walking out to the train, so with a bike, I gotta walk up to the baggage car and drop it off. Basically, somebody takes it, sets it up on a rack in the baggage car all the way to San Jose, and then I go and pick it up and go wherever the hell I'm gonna go. So you can see behind me, this train's a pretty long one, about 15 cars, usually, I believe. So it goes back about, I don't know, 1,000 feet or something crazy like that. Anyway, I'm up on the front of the train by the baggage car and the engines, which bodes well because it segments part of the first class part of the train with the regular part of the train. So I actually have a room and all that kind of stuff. So I'll show you those in a bit, just for the hell of it, if you're curious. Or ignore this, fast forward, whatever. You have that power. So you can see these guys and gals dropping off their bikes, handing it up to the crew, putting it onto the baggage car. Just like that. So, well, first-hand example of how this whole shindig works. And the door went left. Straight back. Watch out. Got ground for me. Let's do this. Bunks on the top. Chairs, two chairs facing each other. This comes out. Makes a little nice work desk. It has checkers. If you can kind of see that. I guess at one point people played checkers on train. I don't know. There's some myth or rule about that of some sort. I don't know what it is. And then
ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmel from the dining car.
There's the
closed,
announcement that pops on every once in a while.
Cars are closed at this time.
And outside is King Street Station. Everything. Of course, train's not moving. It's funny. So sometimes they offer earplugs because it's a little noisy. Like if you can't handle that kind of stuff, might not be the thing for you. But it ain't as noisy as like an airplane is continuously for its entire trip. As you can see, I got my backpack, another gear. Fits quite nicely. And if you do want a little bit of silence, this knocks out a good bit of noise. You just shut it and lock it with this weird contraption. Kind of a strange thing. But anyway, then you can pull your little blind and boom. And now I got the whole room to myself. And these folks that are waiting out here right now on the platform are actually waiting for a sounder train on the weekend. That seems pretty weird. I don't know what's going on, but routinely, just like on the East Coast, I guess maybe down in California, they run trains in and out on game day because that's a really effective way to get 20, 30,000 people into the city for a sporting event that's going to hold like 40,000 people instead of the idiotic way of having people drive into a stadium like they do in Atlanta. Pure idiocy. I mean, if aliens saw that, they would be like, humanity is doomed, which maybe we are, but some of us are trying. Anyway, on toward next topics. Not even 20 minutes out of Seattle, and we're basically already into the heartland of the country. We got farms out here. There's a few little urban towns in the middle of it all out here in Auburn and whatever. But as you can see, it's got a lot of rural elements about it. One of the things I love about the Northwest is the cities are easily segmented from all of this. But it's done in a kind of conscious, smart way versus just like splattering everything everywhere. Towns leaving the Seattle metro area are pretty cool, like Auburn, Kent. They have a cute little vibe to them. Little Main Street here, and then the train station. All sorts of connectivity to them too, which is kind of nice. A few of them have good breakfast joints. You know, if you get into the notion of a real adventure instead of just, you know, your local neighborhood thing, you go out to one of these little towns and you eat with the good people of Kent or Auburn or whatever in one of the little breakfast joints there. They're pretty awesome. Get some fishing in. Back to the farms of the area. Pumpkins, I guess it is almost Halloween time, so that'll work. Way out there, you can see the cascades hiding in the clouds. So I got my lunch and my dinner reservations already. So that's kind of how they roll. You can go to the lounge car if you want to. Anybody can go to the lounge car. Anybody can go to the dining car. But with sleeping car, all your meals are covered if you go to the dining car. So I always get a reservation and go to the dining car because it's covered in the ticket. However, sometimes I do go sit in the lounge car because there's some other cool things that go on there. Plus the seats are cool. They're all facing outward to the left and right. So you can go to that car and just enjoy the scenery or read a book or chit chat with people or whatever. People are almost always conversational in the lounge car. More backyards. You see a lot of backyards on the train. It's kind of cool. There was a Marine's house, you can always tell. There's an American flag, right below it there's a Marine flag. That's almost always how it rolls. Alright, so I got like tip number 50 million for taking the train. Often when you're on the train, you want to walk around because you can do that on a train. It's not like some shitty airplane where you got to like sit there and beg people to get out from the window or the middle aisle or whatever and queue up on the bath. Anyway, blah, blah, that all sucks. On the train, it's awesome. You can just go for a walk. It's super easy. You literally stand up and walk out into the hallway and go somewhere like the lounge car, the dining car, or just walk around. Like nobody's gonna bug you. The other trippy thing is like you could go to the end of the train, way back to the end of the train, and you can look out the back door, which is literally a window, just watching the tracks just fade away as they go off into the distance. It's pretty cool. It's surreal, it's super chill. But anyway, that's not the tip. That's a zillion other tips. Talk about that later. I'm gonna talk about is bring shoes for whatever you need to. Like I got my bike shoes here, so like I'll show you how bikey they are. Pop those suckers off. They're pretty comfortable. These are DZRs, great shoes, real solid. These look a little rough, or getting to look a little rough, but they're also like 2 years old, and I ride a lot. And they have the clips. Clips are hugely important because then you get all of your energy or all of your power whenever you're riding. However, having a clip in shoes is, I mean, it's kind of not useful on a train, right? I'm just like clunk, clunk, bang, bang whenever I walk through the cars and stuff. So what I do is I bring some nice comfy shoes with me on the train. So that's super easy whenever I take my bike because I can pack up and not have to carry any bags. Like I just put them in the panniers, which just makes the trip way more pleasant to be able to have shoes specifically for walking around on the train. Because you do have to wear shoes. That's like the one rule. I mean, obviously you gotta wear clothes and stuff like that, but you definitely gotta wear shoes because there's little bits of stuff like going between the cars that will literally tear your toe off if you tripping or doing something stupid. Unfortunately, you know, it's happened to people. So a little horror movie thing there for you. There you go. All right, so I just use a trash bag to put the shoes in, and then that way I don't have to have nasty old stuff all over my luggage. There's my other shoes, and here's my good comfy shoes. These are some Merrells. These things are like wearing not shoes almost. They're pretty awesome. And then in the roomette like this, you can just slide those, you know, under your seat. All right, there's the Merrells, ready to go walking. Let's go. That's toward the engine, baggage car, and some extra rooms and stuff. But But I'm going not that way. But if you can't handle wobbles, oh, you're gonna have a hard time on a train. Almost to the dining car. Almost. That's a golf course, kind of a crazy golf course, one of the unique ones. They mounted it out of an old plant of some sort. And on the flip side of that golf course is this view. Pretty epic.
Seafood opportunities here.
Back to the room.
Oh, and Dave's walking around. One of the largest clams we have, if not the largest, is the gooey duck.
Oh, and the famous gooey duck. Did you hear about that?
What do you think of this photo? What does this photo make you feel like?
Somewhat unsettling, you know, but I guess you eat what you eat, right? Dining car will be packed here in about 30 minutes or so. Alright, train coffee time. Damn it. Slowly find the crease, and don't put the crease by the lid so you don't spill coffee all over yourself. Not that I would know anything about spilling coffee on myself. Ah, there we go. Now back down the steps treacherously with the hot coffee. Try not to fall on yourself. And then on the train, be careful to find an appropriate wedge for coffee, or you will spill it. It will get spilt. Things move around. That is definitely from experience. Hot ass coffee sucks getting thrown on you on the train. So, know that. Yeah, not third gen stuff, but you know, keeps you nice and appropriately wired for a nice long train trip.